Welcome back to Talk of the Town. With me now is Catherine Shanahan from WHHI's We Chat Divorce and Divorce U Solutions. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so we get to chat here today.
I know, this is fun.
It is fun. So tell us a little bit about why you started Divorce U Solutions.
Well, after going through my own divorce, I just realized it was really important for women to have a place to go, just to get information and not feel judged and really feel like they were part of a community of women that understood.
Yeah.
There really wasn't a place like that before.
And so describe, you talk about being a divorce advocate. Describe to me what that means.
So just like when you go to a medical appointment, you bring an advocate because it's really hard to comprehend what they're saying.
Right.
Same thing with divorce. It's so emotional. A lot of people carry guilt, they're confused, they're scared. So to have that extra set of ears and eyes with you is so comforting, for one, because it's very scary to walk through any of these appointments and get this information.
Right. And a lot of times you're not listening real carefully because you're just so...
Well, you zone in on one word that you hear.
Yeah.
Or one word that somebody told you before. And so that's all you're concentrating on. You're not really hearing everything involved with that one word.
Right.
So when you have somebody else there, they're hearing it from a neutral point of view, and then they can help you interpret it later.
Yeah. Right.
Which is really important.
So important.
Mm-hmm.
So important. Mm-hmm. So when somebody comes to Divorce U Solutions, what is the process that you walk them through?
So in our initial consult, which usually lasts about an hour, sometimes I go over like an hour and a half, depending on the situation, I assess their situation. So we look at where they are physically, whether they're separated or thinking about getting separated.
Okay.
Where they are emotionally. Do they really want a divorce? Are they just thinking about getting a divorce? Is their spouse wanting the divorce? What's the situation there emotionally for them? And then where they are financially. So I'll go through their finance to see, will they need immediate attention? Do they understand what's involved? And what kind of information do they need to gather? After that assessment, excuse me, I'll give them the resources or set them up with the resources that they need. So if emotionally they really are just thinking about it or really would like to work on their marriage, I may send them to a marriage counselor.
Okay. Or
a therapist, you know, whichever one that would work best for them.
Yeah.
If they are already separated and they need support, I can't do that, so I have to get them to an attorney. So whatever they need, we will just work with them with that.
Okay, so you really cover the whole spectrum. It's not just somebody that's in the midst of a divorce. It's before, during, after.
Right. And then after, it's really important because I don't know if you have experience, but I went through a divorce 7 years ago. When you get that final order, you are, oh my gosh, everyone is gone. Your attorneys are finished with you, your spouse is done, you've lost some friends, you've lost maybe one half of the family, and you're sitting there and you're saying, oh my gosh, I'm all by myself. And who is going to help me move these assets? And I don't really know what's in this agreement. So we do get a lot of post-divorce. They come in and we make sure, we call it tying up loose ends. Yeah. So we make sure that they know that everything in their agreement is going to be followed through with.
Okay. And tell us, this may be a little bit backwards, but tell us about your background, not only personally but professionally, that got you to starting Divorce U Solutions.
So I've been a financial advisor since 1988.
Okay.
I got married to somebody that had 3 children, so I had 3 stepchildren. I backed off of working because then we had 2 children together, so there were 5 of them, which was
that keeps you busy.
And then my ex was working a lot because he was building his career. And then 20 years later, I found myself getting divorced. And when I went and met with an attorney, he actually said to me, have you ever heard of a certified divorce financial analyst? And I said, no. He said, I really think you'd be good at it. So I went and I looked it up and I said, this is exactly what I want to do. It's different than just investing people's money for them. We're trained in the divorce field and what different scenarios would work, and we use certain software, and so that is our specialty. So during my separation, I actually got my license here in Savannah, and I really used that time saying, this is what I'm doing. I'm vowing to help as many women as I can go through this process, because I was very comfortable financially. I handled our bills. I knew everything that we had, so I didn't have worries about that. But I was still so scared. So I thought, oh my gosh, if you're scared, I can't even imagine people that are scared. So that's when I really said, this is what I'm going to do. I actually gave up my financial planning licenses because I really wanted to be a neutral. So I have no stake in the game. I'm purely looking at what's best for you now and in the future, not what's best for me moving forward.
And that's so important. That
It
really
is. It
a
really
level
is.
of comfort there. So in the last couple seconds,
Yes.
how do they find you?
So we have an office on 42 New Orleans. Our website is www.divorceusolutions.com, and we are nationally. So we do have clients all over the place. So just give us a call or email us.
Okay. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
with
for
us
your
today,
time.
Catherine.
Have a
We'll
great
be right
day.
back on Talk of the Town.